Welcome back to Orangeline.
Up next, Reina Murphy had the chance to sit in the University Town Hall meeting. Here's more.
There was a faculty town hall meeting held in Maybe 100 on Tuesday. University President Pat Long was present to address budget concerns. She announced 2 resolutions that herself and the Board of Trustees have created and believe will enable the university to recover. Resolution 1 will affect the budget and workforce. Reductions and reallocation will be made in both these areas. A faculty committee will immediately begin working on evaluating potential programs to be cut. Also, the hiring freeze will still be in effect. The university is also proposing voluntary salary reductions for upper-level administration. There will also be a close monitoring of enrollment by the university. Resolution 2 will begin by the 2011-2012 school year. It will look at retirement, salaries, and professional development. Dr. Long also announced that the provost position will be faded out. Randy Penbrook, who currently holds this position, will change responsibilities by overseeing admissions. For right now, Dr. Long plans to continue monitoring expenses and distribution of revenue to programs as well as developing outstanding academic programs. 3 areas will be reviewed: academics, athletics, and administration. These will be reviewed in order to make changes within the university and to the budget. Since last year, the university has made progress because Baker took action promptly when the deficit occurred. Instead of being millions of dollars in debt, Baker now sits around $406,000. Reporting for KNBU TV, I'm Reina Murphy.
Thanks for that, Reina. Now for our weekly sports chat, Zach, Rocky, and Chris Smith are back. We're going to send it to Collins Gym.
Hello and welcome to the sports segment. I'm Chris Smith alongside Zack, Rocky here. We're inside Collins Center with basketball teams. I can hear them practicing over there. But before we want to get into winter sports, we still have some very good fall teams going on, particularly the volleyball team.
Volleyball team played this past weekend and they played extremely well. 3 games, 3 wins for the Lady Wildcats. They first started off, they played Central Methodist Friday night. They beat them. They beat Haskell the next day, and then they beat the College of the Ozarks after they beat Haskell. Just some more accolades, it seems like, for the Lady Women's Volleyball team. Brooke Pryor, we'll get to Brooke Allen here in a minute. Brooke Pryor, Hitter of the Week, also the Hack Volleyball Player of the Week, so once again, she's having a great year. She's keeping it going. Brooke Allen also had a great weekend as well. She's Libero of the Week. So, yeah, exactly. Just seems to get older repetitious as the weeks go on, but nothing but great news for them. They're now 29-3. They've only got 2 more games left before they actually start the conference tournament coming up in a couple of weeks. So good luck to the Lady Wildcats. You guys are doing great, and it's been a lot of fun to watch you guys this season. But Chris, now let's talk. We talked about volleyball. Let's move to some soccer.
Well, soccer teams both did pretty well this weekend. Women had a tough result against Lindenwood. They did lose 3-1 on the road, but that ended a really great winning streak that they had there. They are in the top 15 in the country, which is fantastic. First time the women have ever been there. Like I said, they lost 3-1. Their counterpart, however, the men, back on track. Big 1-0 result over Lindenwood. Lindenwood's a team that the Baker Wildcats have always battled with. Last 2 years, Baker snuck overtime victories on them, so that you know that Lindenwood Lions certainly had an axe to grind, but nevertheless, Baker came out strong. 1-1 on the road. Now all they have left is Culver Stockton.
All right, we're going to talk about a little bit American football now. The Baker Wildcats were in action this Saturday. They traveled up to Illinois, Iowa, and they put an absolute beating on the Yellow Jackets, 44-7. Once again, the story for the Wildcats was offense. Mac Brown threw for 2 touchdowns, had a rushing touchdown as well. Richie Bryant, 188 yards. Just a great game for the Wildcats. But also on the defensive side of the ball, Matt Brock had 10 tackles along with an interception, return for a touchdown. And Andrew Patch had an interception, return for a touchdown as well. That makes the Wildcats now 4-3 on the season. They'll be back in action this Saturday here at Liston, so definitely go and check that game out this weekend.
Definitely. Touche to the defense as well. I know we don't give them quite as many loves because Mac Brown, Richie Bryant and company have just been putting up insane numbers this year, but the defense has really been fantastic since the second game of the season. Andrew Patch taking the second interception to the house this weekend, so good job, Coach Thorne, and the defense. We're looking forward to next week against William Jewell.
Yep. That's going to wrap it up for this week's Sports Chat. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks for that, guys. Well, that wraps it up for this week's episode of Orangeline. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Kelsey Epperson.
And I'm Jessica Mulvaney.
Have a happy Halloween.